Okay, so I'm live. I'm here all by my lonesome today. I got ghosted. My guest didn't show up. So I was going to talk about the people that are coming on the podcast soon. I'm going to show off my new homemade shirt, CVS Pharmacy. I crossed out pharmacy and put podcast because that's kind of a running joke that people in the States think my name is silly because it's a pharmacy. So I went and got myself a CVS Pharmacy shirt. So the guest tonight didn't show up. Hopefully he'll reschedule. But in the meantime, tomorrow I've got my friend Brendan Kyer coming back, and he's always fun to talk to. I've spoken with him once. I saw him on Hugh Owen had him on a couple debates. Kevin, I hooked him up with my friend Kevin Non-Trad Cat, and they got along like a house on fire. And yeah, so I'm having Brendan back again tomorrow. I'm not sure what he wants to talk about, probably just the continuation of where we left things. And of course, I was on simulcast with Kevin Non-Tried Cat recently. So this is happening tomorrow, part 2 with Brendan. Should be fun, whatever happens. Then I got this guy, Sam Jaffek. He is a Mormon. Let me adjust my screen here a little bit. He's a Mormon, as you can see here, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. When is he coming on? Sam Jaffek. Here, let me maximize this. My calendar on the other screen so I can see. He's coming on. What day is it today? He's coming on this Sunday. Okay, yeah, Sunday the 11th. So that'll be my second Mormon of all time, I believe. The first Mormon that I interviewed was also an out-of-the-closet transhumanist, which is not good in my books, but we'll see what happens with this young kid. He looks like a nice guy. And then, yeah, I got this guest. I think I met him on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Christoph. I won't pronounce his name properly. Probably Odiniec. So probably Serbian or Croatian or something like that. But he's got this Almost Good Catholics podcast that he does. And he interviewed Tim Staples, apparently. I haven't listened to this, but I'll have to check that out. Usually I don't look into my guests. I don't want to learn too much about them, but the following Wednesday, I'm going to have my friend and multiple return guest Stephen Ray coming on. Not the Stephen Ray that we're all familiar with, the famous one, but this nice guy, very, very good friend. He's a prayer warrior. He always prays for me and my family. And so he's in my prayers. We're going to start doing just a little, not an intense Bible study thing, but just more focused on the Bible on Wednesday evenings, semi-regularly. And I've also got my group that's going to be meeting on Saturday mornings. Unfortunately, tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, we're supposed to be doing it again, but I have another important engagement, so it's going to have to be in 2 weeks from tomorrow. Now, there's another guest coming up. Let me check my calendar here. This looks interesting. Sydney Davis Jr. Originally from Bentonville, Arizona, storyteller and stand-up comedian. And she does this thing called Growing Up Fundy. I guess she was raised fundamentalist or something. So, yeah, that should be fun. Now, let me see if I can see my... I'm trying to multitask here, forgive me. Yeah, so she's going to have me on her show. I'm going to have her on my show. She's going to have me on her show. She seems like a nice atheist girl. Used to be fundamentalist Christian. And of course, on the 2 Saturdays from 2 weeks from tomorrow, basically, we're going to get together for the Bible study. So I got my friend Pieter Hisciai. I'm sorry, I just mastered your name there, Peter. He's asking in the comment live chat, where's Tony? Yeah, good question. I think he forgot about me because I sent him a reminder email. He didn't respond. So that probably means he didn't get it. Maybe he's new school, doesn't do email. I'm constantly on my email. I constantly get all my emails immediately. But I know some people aren't like that. So this is coming up in a couple of weeks. We're going to do part 2 of the Bible study with the gang. My good friends, the Lisney brothers and Nick Krissick. And I'm guessing my friend Peter here in the chat, I'm guessing he knows Nicola Krissick and Tony, because Tony is a friend of Nicola. So probably good people. He says Nick is my buddy. Yeah, so that's what I figured. Nick's amazing. So yeah, so then I got this other guy coming on, Bashar Shukri. Hope I said your name right, sir. He's going to be coming on. Bashar Shukri. When's he coming on the podcast? On the 25th. Okay, Sunday the 25th, he'll be coming on. And as far as I know, I think he's another friend of Nicola's. And I think he's some sort of born-again Pentecostal type. So, yeah, it's always fun talking to Christians who are on fire for Christ. And then I've got this guy, calls himself the Faithiest Atheist. He's coming on. When is he coming on? The Faithiest Atheist, Richard Suttles. Okay, let me check quickly when he's coming on. The 30th, so that's Friday the 30th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm not sure if this is him. I just pulled up the first video. Is this him? This might be him. I don't know. I've never met the man. He was referred to me by one of my listeners, but I'm not sure which one. So, hold on. I'm just trying to multitask here. Yeah, so he's the Faithiest Atheist. So that's all I know about him. He must be a faith-friendly atheist or something like that. I don't think this is his actual channel. The channel here is called Speak Life. It might be his. No, it's not his channel. It's Glenn Scrivener. In any case, it should be interesting. It's always interesting. And then there's my friend M. She's coming back. M. Wagner. She's a longtime listener, supporter of the podcast, good friend. And she's always there, hanging around, watching. And I've had her on once, and she agreed to come back a second time. So shout out to M. Wagner. And she's going to be coming on. When's that happening? I'm looking at my calendar now. On the 2nd, Sunday, July 2nd. Okay. And then I got a priest. I got Father Sebastian Walsh. And look, he's on the Catholic Answers website as a contributor. And he's a Norbertine, so they're a very conservative order, which is exciting. Very strict asceticism. At least that's a reputation, back in the day. Saint Norbert was, he's a great saint. We just had his name day recently. His feast recently. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to talking to I think it's my first ever priest. I'm pretty sure it's my first ever priest on my podcast. So this is thanks to Steve Cunningham of Sensus Fidelium. He hooked me up with 10 publishers. They publish a lot of great books. I have a lot of their books, and I could get a lot more of their books if I keep interviewing their authors. But I told my contact there, I'm not interested in having more books. I've got too many. And if I can get a PDF once in a while, that'd be great. But my reading list is constipated and bloated. So she said that's fine. You could just interview him. And I didn't get any rules for how to conduct these interviews with these authors that are promoting their books at TAN. And this is the first time I've done any sort of cooperation or collaboration with anyone. It's not a sponsorship. It's just Sensus Fidelium, Steve Cunningham. He knows that I'm trying to get guests, and he thought he could help me out by hooking me up with as an affiliate for TAN. And they'll always have authors that want to talk on podcasts, even small podcasts like my own. So it's just to get guests. And I'm sure if I wanted to use the affiliate membership that I have to sell books and get some sort of discount on books or something like that, I'm sure there's something that can be done. But like I said, I don't want any books. So it's just a fun way to get guests, and I never would have had Father Sebastian Walsh on if it weren't for this affiliate program that I joined. Thanks again to One Arm Steve. So that's exciting. When is that happening? It's happening on, looking back at my calendar, July the 2nd. Oh, right after M. Okay, right after M. Wagner. So that's an exciting Sunday. And I think that's about it. Oh, July 16th, which is also a Sunday, I have hold on, no, that's not Benjamin. This guy, you remember this guy though, Dr. Satan. He's been leaving comments on his own interview. And he wanted to enter into some long academic discussion on the comment section. I just kept telling him, look, book a live stream, we'll do part 2, and I'll answer all your questions. We're talking about causality, cause and effect, the principle of causality, and how causality is always per se causality. The strict definition of causality as such is always simultaneous. And if a cause is in the past relative to the effect, it's not per se causality, it's accidental causality or accidentally ordered causality. He just was not understanding it. He's a nice guy, but he just doesn't understand. And so I'm going to go through his comments. I'm going to properly read them because they're long. And I'm going to address point by point by point by point. I hope to do this soon, maybe tomorrow, maybe next Saturday. We'll see how things go. I think next Saturday I'm actually going out of town. So either tomorrow or, sometime soon. Because he just got frustrated. He said, I'm not going to come on the live stream because you're not answering my question. And I kept saying, well, I'm not here in the comments to answer your questions and enter into a debate in the comment section. If you want to book a live stream, you can ask me the questions and I have the answers and I'll explain it to you, and we can go back and forth, face to face, man to man, like human beings, okay? But he got all annoyed and just said, oh, I'm not going to come on your live stream because you're not answering my questions. Well, the comment section is not where you do that. Sorry, that's not where I do it. So I barely read these long, protracted philosophical arguments, if that's what they are. I haven't been putting much thought into them because that's not what the comment section is for. If you want to talk with me about your ideas versus my ideas, I'm more than happy to do it face to face on a live stream. So what are you afraid of? Why don't you book a live stream, come on, and we'll talk like men? Why are you hiding behind your keyboard? Anyway, I don't want to get into this now, but we will hash it out. I'll give my rebuttal video. He'll probably give a long series of comments, and then I'll have to make another video in absentia, which is just really lame. Like, I want to talk to humans. That's why I do the podcast, is to talk to humans. In any case, who is this Benjamin guy on the 16th? What is this? Benjamin Perry. Oh, yeah. I met him on Twitter. I met Benjamin Perry on Twitter, and the only thing I know about him is that he's Catholic. That's all I know. And I think he had a hashtag in his description, which was Trentacostal. And that's what caught my eye, so I invited him on, and finally he said yes. Okay, looks like my friend might be there. Okay. let me see if I can hop on this call. So I'll leave it there for now, and looks like my friend might be there. So take good care, and we'll talk.